So I made $11,766 today, and I thought of doing something nice for my parents. So I sent my old man, I sent him this message. Hey dad, made 6K, but at that time I was up 6K, and then after half an hour I took another trade. Anyway, made over 6K today from trading, sent you $5,000. Thank you to you and for always believing in me. I told you we'll be rich one day, didn't I? Look at my old man sending me a thumbs up. And yeah, dad's with the dad's response. But anyway, I made $11,766. Let's break it down, how I took the trades, what trades that I took, and all sort of stuff. All right, so what trades did I take? So the first trade that came along was around 10 o'clock. All right, 10 o'clock, Amazon below 127.4 for puts. That's what I was watching. So let's look at Amazon. Why was I watching it? So first things first, the first trade of the day, small size, and I got filled in very, very little size. So I was like, quite happy because I didn't expect much of the first trade anyway, and the whole thing pretty much is like how I kind of trade. The first thing that I want is I want the trend to set up. Once the trend is set up, then I'm gonna bet on this a lower low and lower high forming from the previous ones, and I'm gonna bet on that. So in the pre-market, we started a downtrend on SPY on Amazon, right? So around this price point, when it came along here, this is when I entered, and as you can see my message around 10 o'clock. So this is a 10 o'clock candle right here. Around 10 o'clock I said I'm gonna enter. As soon as 10 o'clock hit, I sent the message out and I entered the moment it broke below 127.4, which is roughly here. Now why did I enter? It was going back to retest. So there were a few indicators that were setting up around there. There was ATMA, there was VWAP at the price as well. So this is what happened, right? It broke below, there was a pre-market low, ATMA, VWAP sitting there. There's a huge, very solid confluence. Confluence is when more than one critical level is sitting at the same price point. So I entered here, made a huge move down, very nice move down, and I kind of sold roughly around here. To be honest, I think exactly where I sold here, but I took some profits here, took some profits here, and the last contract was here. It was beautiful fucking trade, but this was with the very small position size, so I'm still happy, you know what I mean? I'm still happy. Now, what other trades did I take? Let me turn off the ATMA, let me turn off the VWAP. So let's go back to the thing. All right, the second trade was in Meta. So Meta at 10:09, I sent out a message. Look at this, 10:09, I sent out a message that I'm watching Meta below 303.75. Now let's look at Meta. Okay. This is Meta right here, and I sent a message 10:09, and that 10:09 was roughly around, if you go on a 1 minute chart just to kind of see where exactly I entered. I exactly entered at 10:09, so 10:09 is right here. Now why did I enter 10:09? So the reason for entry was at that time, at that exact time, 10:09, SPY. If you look at SPY, this is SPY at 10:09. We are making a huge move down. Look at this SPY. This is what was happening around 10:09. It made a huge move down after the news, the job numbers came out, made a huge move down. Same goes for QQQs, made a huge move down after the job numbers came out. So this is what I was watching on Meta. I was simply watching for a potential break below this pre-market low level right here, right? Because I knew if the pre-market level breaks below towards the downside, it's going to make a very, very nice move. And I entered a little bit before the actual break. Look at this, 303.75. I entered a little bit before the actual pre-market low break. Pre-market low was sitting at 303.6. I entered a little bit before in anticipation because SPY and QQQs were so weak, and it already made a very nice move, and now it's pulling back at this. You see this little pullback right here? If you go on a 1 minute chart, you kind of see the pullback a little bit better. Look at this. It came down right here. It came down, it bounced, and I entered after this bounce roughly around 10:09, and I was like, all right, it can make a move down. Let me just try. Let me give it a shot, because I'm not a trader who likes to trade when the big move have already happened. I'm more of a trader who likes to trade when a big move and a little pullback is happening. I enter on pullbacks, and this is exactly what I did. I entered on a pullback. I saw a little pullback at the pre-market low while SPY and QQQs are moving lower. So I was like, all right, you know what? Let me give it a shot. If this breaks lower, it can head down. Now there was a trend line on the bottom as well. So let's go on a daily chart. We might see a trend line a little bit better, or maybe 6-minute charts best. So there was a trend line 1, 2, 3, 4 as well. So I was like, you know what? If it breaks below this level, it can definitely get down to the trend line, and it did get down to the trend line, and I roughly sold around here. I sold everything at the same time because I was just tired at that stage. The move still looked good. I was just tired at that stage, and I was like, you know what, it is what it is. And Meta trade was 40% gains right now. There was Amazon. Meta trade was 25%, then 40% at the peak, 40-50% at the peak. All right, this was Meta. Beautiful executions, perfect trade, perfectly executed, just beautiful. It's just beautiful, all right? These type of plays are called pullback trades, all right? You wait for the pullback after a big move and then you enter, all right? So they can be very, very profitable once you understand the market structure. The whole market moves in this way, all right? Sooner you understand, the more money you're gonna make. All right, hang on. Sooner you understand, more money you're gonna make. Market moves in this structure. Market never goes like this. Market moves by making lower lows and lower highs, or higher highs and higher lows, whatever it is, depending on the direction. So in this case, market was moving down. I was just betting on this pullbacks. All right. You have to keep trading simple. Trading is not meant to be fucking hard, man. Trading is meant to be very, very simple. Once you understand the simple stuff, you'll be actually able to execute trades. The simple shit is actually where the money is. All right. Sweet. Now, what else? This is good meta, and there's another trade that I took. After this meta trade, I was up like $6,000 on the day. I sent my dad $5,000, and he's like, thumbs up. And then I took this trade right here, SPY. I was like watching this trade, SPY below 422.55 for 422 puts expiring today. Let's check that trade out as well. So I said 422.55, and that time was 10:25. All right, let's look at 10:25 right here. All right, 10:25. Here it is. I was watching a break below this particular level. This is what I was watching, 422.55. 422.55. Again, what was the reason for entry? Let's go on a 2-minute chart, kind of maybe see a little bit better. All right, so what was the reason? The reason was simple. We made a nice move down. Clearly, it was in a little uptrend after the job numbers came out and the market started trending lower. It made a huge move down. This huge move down, and now it's pulling back a little bit. And I was just there to bet on the prices to keep moving lower. And that's what I was simply doing. I just wanted to see how low the market can move, right? And then now, when we look at a 5-minute chart, it looks so clean. Look at this. It broke below. I entered SPY, puts very heavy, because why? I was very convinced that this trade gonna work. Why? Because this stuff scares the buyers away. Buyers get scared with this like big pullback, big drops. Buyers get scared. So the price went from literally 426.6 down to 422.5, and the buyers are scared now. And the next level that I have is, if you check the weekly chart, previous week's low is sitting at this 422.3. I knew if this level breaks, you're going to make it such a nice move, especially towards this price point right here of 421, 421.2. That's a price point where it can go, because last time we saw a bounce around these areas. So I was like convinced that you're going to make a move lower, which is why I entered here. I sold roughly around this price point. Now, looking back, maybe I sold it a bit early, but I'd rather sell early, or to be honest, man, you never know like where the low going to be. And I was just died. I was already up like $11,000 plus, and I was like, you know what, I'm chilling now, I'm done. So this is the trade, beautiful trade executed. Now where would be the stop loss in this case? So the stop loss is pretty simple for these trades. Entry is 422.55. Stop loss is above the previous, this yellow line. These are hourly levels, and profit target was originally profit target was this 421. I sold a little bit early because I was just tired, to be honest. I've been awake for a while now, and because I'm in Australia right now, the time is it's late. It's nearly 3 o'clock at night. I don't know if you can see, it's nearly 3 o'clock at night, and I was just tired, man. I was like, man, you know what, I'm done. Let me quickly make a YouTube video for you guys, or a Loom video for you guys, and I'm done. I'm like, all right, sweet. So this was a trade. Now this trade I executed with big size. The reason why I executed was because it's just a weak name, and it was also breaking below the weekly level. So I was just like, you know what, let me try this. So always pay attention to the weekly levels, especially the recent weekly levels. In this case, the last week bounced at this price point. So I was like, all right, I was in anticipation that if it breaks below, you're gonna make such a nice move, and it bloody did. All right, so this is what happened. Look at this. Check out the gain session. Look at this. Everybody printing. Look at that. $3,000 on the day. Let's freaking go. $89, $158, $680, $188, $350, $178. Let's go. $225. Patience bars and entering only bit. Let's go. $755. Come on. $308. Come on. Man, this is good. This is what I like. I like when everybody prints money. You see what I'm saying? So this is what we do every single day, and this is how we print money. I hope you enjoy the video. Let me know in the comments down below what was your one biggest takeaway, and if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That'll absolutely mean the world to me. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.